Okay, that looks good. Stream looks good. Get this game. Look, I got the perfect screen setup. What's up, Air Swoosh? Thanks for coming to hang out, my boy. Oh, I can't go full screen. All right, now I'm getting the two screens here. So I got to get that Oregon-Indiana game up. I got the pop-out chat. What's up, Teo? What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Hutch? Happy New Year. Yeah. We're live for a Yeti stream, which I'm going to be honest, kind of annoyed that I committed to Friday because I am very, very pumped for the college football playoff that's going on. But through the power of YouTube, able to kind of just like minimize YouTube stream desktop, have a pop-out chat. I got the football game here. We got our off-season stream here. We are good to go. But we will be, I got usually when I'm streaming and there's football on, I get you guys to like put updates in the chat. I'm watching live. I hope we're all watching this. It's going to be a sick game, but it's going to be an even better offseason for the Utah Yetis. I can't wait, man. I've been honestly bummed out all week. Knowing like Friday's the only day that ever really makes sense for me to stream, especially at this point in time of the year. But like committing to that day means I couldn't play Yetis all week. Which, I mean, it gave us time to kind of finish up the Raiders franchise a little bit. Man, I want to see something. Yeah, fucking regression bug! I knew it! God damn it, man. Fucking fix the game. Am I sticking it with Garvin? I mean, this is the plan, I think. I mean, we're going to look through everybody. What's up, Video Gamer 211? First time for stream, subscribing for years. Appreciate it, man. We're going to have a good time. If I am coughing, I'm still getting over this flu that's going around. It's been kicking my ass since fucking like the 22nd of December. So if I do cough, I do have salads, but it's probably because I'm sick. Alex, just thought to let you know I got an X Factor quarterback UDFA that was drafted by the Lions, so they do exist. Extremely hard to find, along with edge rushers, which I haven't found yet. By any chance, was he like the meme, like 290-pound quarterback, or was it like an actual quarterback? Did you pre-favorite discipline players? See, if I had my shit in order, I would have gone ahead and done that. Unfortunately, I did not. But I think in a draft like this, we don't have an insane amount of picks. So I do think for the most, it is worth like kind of combing through everybody. But I'm not going to do it for every single position. I do think for positions that we need, it's going to be worth kind of looking through and seeing if we can make sure we get the most disciplined team possible. But we're not going to do it for every single position because I don't want a 4-hour stream of just looking through player trait write-ups. The Hutch watched your QB bug video, seen in franchise. Now, here's something that's interesting. I posted a tweet about this, and Moonlight Swami used to work on the game, said it's been in the game for years. That's all. He like kind of vaguely put that there, and I didn't want to outright say no. He's worked on the game for years. I'm gonna maybe it's just been a bug that's been in their system for years. That's fine. There's no way it wasn't like that at launch. So I interpret what he said as whatever this stupid glitch is has been a issue that sometimes pops up. But man, I hope it gets fixed. Look at that, it's stupid. We've grinded so hard for Garvin. We didn't get the dev trait, but like I kind of feel like somewhat optimistic about him as a quarterback of the future. And it's like, oh, here's -3 deep accuracy, -2 short accuracy. At least we didn't lose any throw power, but that is brutal. How about the XP sliders? I think what we need to do, and we're going to do this to start the stream, because I'm going to put this in the video, because obviously it's issue. I think we just reverse it. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Now, it doesn't, I guess fixing the XP sliders will help it for the whole league. But, I mean, you got to find the balance. How much do you increase the XP sliders? By, like, 25% for all quarterbacks? Will that offset this? But I mean, it's just one of those things, man. It's like I'm not gonna halt all my content with this bugs. I think my plan, as I stated in the video that I broke down today, is just like from a rebuild standpoint. Just every time this happens in a rebuild, I'm gonna like just reverse it. Literally, we'll write down all the regression, give it right back. Hyatt, 2-sentence summary. This series is a series where I basically cleaned out a roster, relocate the team, use a custom Utah Yetis franchise, and then the entire roster is either players that are real, that were in-game as rookies, that were UDFA, undraftable only players, or once we get to the Madden generated classes, everybody has to be a UDFA. So when we get into the draft, we have our actual picks, but the only player pool that we have to choose from for our picks are players that have a projection of UDFA only. So we've done a pretty damn good job at drafting so far, but we need to take it to the next level. We got to find some studs here. I mean, our best picks easily have been Glover and Staley. We got 2 superstars. Very difficult to find superstar dev players within any regards, let alone putting the house rules in that we have in effect. So those have been absolute steals. I mean, obviously, we have Edwards here, but he's been homegrown, and we've developed him up into an X factor. Defensively, we've developed Green up into an X factor. We found Wall as he was a player that I missed. He slipped through the cracks as the UDFA from the very first, like, I'm just starting the series draft, and we're able to get him in free agency. As an X Factor. So X Factor UDFAs do exist. I've found a couple in my time. Most commonly, they are special teamers, fullback. Sometimes you get like the elite strength blocking tight ends. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And I hope we can find a couple here today. What's going on, everybody? Video game, you've had that issue, the quarterback regression? There's no way, though. Like, I'm not going to discredit. You probably have. But, like, I have played, if you look at the last 3 Maddens, I'm probably in the top 0.01%. I haven't seen this. Like, is it just, like, I'm missing it? Because there's no way. There's definitely been times, like, I can see I'm just not thinking about it, just simming through the offseason after Super Bowl. But there's definitely been times I'm checking to see if my quarterback has got a dev trade or not, and I see no regression. So, like, I have no idea I don't know. It's fucking annoying, man. Pumping up the XP sliders doesn't help. Okay, we'll not do that. Touchdown Oregon, man. This is a tough game that's going on. Obviously, we are going to be doing the offseason stream. We're going to start it real shortly because I don't want to be here too long. I kind of want to go play some Arc Raiders after this. Kind of hooked. But we are going to be watching kind of live comm in the Natty because these are my 2 teams that I've bandwagoned to. It's unfortunate that they're both playing. Would have been awesome to split them up and have this be a rematch for the finals. I think whoever wins this game is going to belt to ass the Hurricanes. But I've always, like, just going back to the Chip Kelly, Marcus Mariota years, kind of like, I'm a Florida Gator fan through and through, but living in Canada, especially younger, when, like, streams weren't as readily available, you kind of just had to watch the games that were on TV. So I always try to, like, pick a team per conference, not necessarily be a fan of, but like to watch, because like we sometimes, like when Chip Kelly and Oregon were popping off, they were on the TV all the time. I like watching them. They were super entertaining, scored a lot of points. So I've always kind of liked the Ducks, and given the field of teams that were in the college football playoff, usually I would like automatically de facto to the Ducks. I like a bunch of their players. Uiagalelei on the defensive line. Dante Moore is probably my favorite quarterback in this upcoming draft class. Kenyon Sadiq at tight end's a stud. But I'm Indiana all the way. The fact that I'm the biggest Kirk Cignetti, as someone and anyone that does rebuilds, Indiana is like a real life rebuild. It's the closest thing I've seen in my lifetime to a real life rebuild. Literally a school program that has the worst win-loss record in the history of college football, and within fucking 2 seasons, the 1 seed. You know what I'm saying? And they've done it like the right way. I mean, it's not like it's all homegrown players, but like I feel like they're not getting and just going out and getting all the 5-star transfers. Like, Kirk Cignetti is finding the perfect fits, the perfect players, taking his guys that can make the move from JMU, right? The Surratts and I think that a couple guys on defense. And, you know, Mendoza was a huge get. You know, Mendoza's had some legitimate NFL buzz since going, you know, when he was back at Cal. But I'm a big fan. All right, so we're going to be good to go here. Let's start it. If I do end up repeating myself, it is because, and I say this between every stream, I record clips of this stream so I can put it all together for an off-season recap video that will be uploaded on the weekend. So whoever does not tune into the video for the live stream here, they can kind of stay up to date with what is going on with the franchise. So let me do the intro here, and we'll, you know, again, we go kind of quickly through free agency. We look through free agency for more so like practice squad UDFA guys that might have slipped through the cracks. There was definitely a couple. I wish I kept their names down. But let's go. Randy, I figured out a good strat for finding dev trait rookies. It's pretty close to 100%. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I probably know it. There's definitely a couple things. Couple things to know. Couple things we like to look for. I'll tell you right now, though. Number one thing I want my team, I want disciplined playmakers. I want guys that buy into the system and can run our scheme. All right, here, I'm going to record this. What's going on, everybody? What's up live here on YouTube? It is Utah Yetis off-season stream number 2. And we are here live trying to take this team to the next level. Take a look at our squad last offseason. This time last year, in-game, not literally a year of time, we went out, we thought we had an outstanding draft. We went out and we got ourselves a beast running back, a game-changing wide receiver that we moved to tight end. Defensively, we didn't do as much, I'm going to be honest. Our defensive haul was not great, but we found through free agency, which I'm hoping when we start this offseason here, we can find another one. We found our first superstar X Factor, Christian Wall, a UDFA out of Duke, second-year man, integral part of this team. Now, unfortunately, he suffered an injury, missed, you know, the last month of our season here while we were making that push for the playoffs. But I'm excited. We went out and built the most dominating run game maybe we've ever had in channel history. And a big part of that is the 2 superstar offensive linemen that we as a community found in last year's class. We got Max Glover, a superstar UDFA guard from USC. I've spent heavy investment because look at it, you know, he's 6'3", 334, nowhere near an agile scheme fit. So we did probably tank his rating just a little bit, and I'm not really having the house rules that we apply to our realistic rebuilds where to kind of level out the XP game here. I have to invest into a player's archetype, but I always love just having a perfect scheme fit. And if I can get an agile 300 and almost 40-pound guy, I'm going to do it. And we also got Will Staley at right tackle. A now 72, at the time, I think it was like a 62 superstar dev out of South Carolina. 6'5", 306. More of a long-term developmental project, but the right-hand side of our offensive line for our UDFA-only team is looking absolutely lights out. So this offseason is going to be huge. We were this close to making the playoffs last year. This is kind of the offseason that I think is going to like tip the scales in our favor. We got to find 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that are going to come in and be the difference maker. Now, I made a video. You guys are going to be watching this probably Saturday. So this video came out on Friday, talking about the quarterback regression bug. We have Caleb Von Garvin, a polarizing player. Is he the franchise quarterback, or do we continue to swing and see if we can find one in the draft? I don't know. But what I do know is he is not immune from the quarterback regression bug that is currently in franchise mode. It's an absolute disease. I don't know. They updated a Lewisine face scan, and now this bug's here. And we always just got to talk about how we're going to handle it. I just think the easiest way to handle it, full disclosure, I'm going to go in and I'll do it on stream, and I'm not going to put it in the video because, who cares. I'm just going to reverse this. every one of these downgrades, I'm going to, give them +3 deep accuracy, +1 mid accuracy, +2 throw accuracy short. I think that's just the easiest thing to go forward. All of my content from here on out, until this gets patched, that is what I'm going to do. So there's a quick rundown. It is time for us to go into free agency. Now, free agency in this series is not really that big of a deal because, obviously, we're UDFA only, but we could sometimes find a couple guys that may have been stashed on other teams' practice squads that could come in and be a difference maker. But for the most part, it's almost going to be full steam ahead towards the draft. All right, let me write down what we lost here on Garvin. Expect the unexpected. You're going to work and you rewatch this tonight. Well, yeah, but if not, I'm recording clips. I'm going to put it together for a more concise recap video that should go and be live tomorrow. So we got +1 throw under pressure, 2 short, 1 PA, 1 throw on run, 1 mid, 3 deep. How does this fucking bug happen? Oh, did we get a touchdown, Indiana? What was that? Oh man, this is hard to balance. I need 2 eyeballs and just kind of like a chameleon or something. What up, Bad House? Okay, we got short accuracy, we need +2. Mid accuracy, we need +1. Deep accuracy, we need +3. Throw on the run, we need a +1. Throw under pressure, we need a +1. And for play action, a +1. So there we go. No harm, no foul. Mr. Garvin is good. I think we should at least focus on the best UDFA quarterback in the draft. They look like they have a dev trait. See, the issue is we have a couple tells about dev traits. I think quarterback and running back are the 2 positions that don't kind of give the tell. I don't know if there's been new tech, new information to find out if a quarterback has a dev trait or not without just completely spoiling everything. But, yeah. Also, we didn't really look at who retired. I just had a general curiosity here. Get Devontae Adams, Derrick Henry is gone, Daniil Hunter. Oh, the White Lords Taylor, Dennis Gardeck, absolute legend. Deion Dawkins, Matt Milano, a couple big hits there for the Bills. Sleepy Pete retires. Taylor Decker, Joe Tooney. Oh, Indiana! Wow. No, salad consumption will happen before the draft. While we're kind of looking through all the players, that's the perfect time. Let's see who retired. Okay, so we only had 2 retirements in our division, but Daniil Hunter being gone, that's gonna help a little bit for sure. Mark Tank Lawrence, Cooper Kupp. All right, nothing too crazy. Who am I going for? Indiana. I think if Indiana goes on and wins the Natty, it's just the ultimate real life rebuild. All things equal, I think Fernando Mendoza, good player. I like Dante Moore's. I like Dante Moore's ceiling. I think when they're both the 2 best quarterbacks if they declare for this year's class. I think if I'm a team that needs a quarterback, I'd feel pretty damn optimistic. If Philly somehow Jalen Hurts retired and then we got the number 1 pick, I'd feel pretty good about Mendoza and Dante Moore. And while I think Dante Moore very cringe, he's pretty much like Kirk Cousins on cocaine. I'm buying into I'm maybe not an Indiana fan. I'm a Kirk Cignetti fan. Kirk Cignetti is literally a master rebuilder in real life. And for that, I'm in. I want to see that work. And I know what else it means. There's some people watching this that might be Georgia fans or Miami fans or Ohio State fans or anything, Michigan. Any of these teams have been good recently. But for someone that's a fan of the Florida Gators, who haven't been good in fucking 20 years, seeing the success of Indiana gives us hope, right? And if you're a non-Power 5 team, you can't get as inspired. But, what Indiana's doing shows that, like, if you are a somewhat let's try and be serious school, if you get the right pieces in place, that can happen. That is now the new American football dream of what's going on in Indiana, and I'm hoping John Summerall can do that for my beloved Florida Gators. All right, let's get out here. Let's get going. Raiders are probably going to take Mendoza. Yeah, I would say Mendoza there, and then it's going to be an absolute bloodbath. Who's the 2 pick right now? Is it the Giants? Wait, what? Chris Jones got cut? What? It's kind of nuts. Did we not get to the dev trade spot where like we see if anyone went up or down? No, we definitely already did. Okay. Dude, I'm tripping. No salads, too. What is this fucking spot? Oh, you know what? It's because we have no one available as free agent. Everyone's signed. Jets have the 2nd pick. So there we go. Dante Moore to the Jets. Also, it would be maybe the most Jet thing possible to be like, we're going to trade the pick. You know what? We're going to have to trade it. Please be a UDFA. What the fuck? Peter Locklear. Eastern Washington. There's no way this guy. There's no way we missed this guy. But let's just. Whoa. This is why. This is why we look through free agency. 2nd round pick and he's cut. Oh. Why? Why can't it be us? Oh, we can't do it. It's not within the rules. You break the rules once. That is why the rules. He was the bust. That might make sense, man. There was a quarterback last year that was like a 1st rounder that was projected UDFA, and we're kind of starting the draft being like, I hope this guy falls to us. Oh, that would be nice. We can't, but we can't. No matter what, there's no amount of persuasion like, oh, come on, just do it. No, you break the rules. There's one rule in this series. It's very easy to follow. We can't break it. That is a hell of a ball by Mendoza. Omar Cooper, I think, caught that. He's a dog. But basically, this is what free agency is. We're going to, like, literally sort by... And this doesn't show everybody, I don't think. But just sort by age and see if there's any, like, dev trait UDFA guys. Get this guy, Emmett Garland. I think he was. I think this was one of those guys that was on our short list last year. That got poached on someone's final roster, but he's UDFA. There we go. We got one. C4, if Indiana loses, that means Dante Moore's the number 1 pick. I think if Indiana loses and Dante Moore, I mean, obviously he threw a fucking pick 6. Like, Dante Moore needs to have, like, 4 or 5 touchdowns. Like, he needs to now, from here on in, lock in and drag Oregon to the Natty, then I think maybe. So here's what we do in free agency for our series. There was, and I wish I kept the list. We wrote them down. But there's a handful of guys that we saw and were unable to draft, last year's draft, UDFA players, that we have a rule that if they go on someone else's practice squad, we can go grab them. But there's obviously some players that make the main 53. Emmett Garland is that. Look at this, 6'6", 243, 86 speed. Looks pretty good. He was for sure. Has a star dev trait. One of the players that we wanted. These are the guys we are looking for. These are really the only players we can target in free agency. An undrafted player in 2027. So we are going to be all in on Mr. Garland. I wasn't going to show it, but I looked here as well. And there was a quarterback, Peter Locklear. If you got to remember from last year's stream, people in chat are remembering, there was a quarterback that was your classic. He was a 1st, 2nd round projected, but we scouted all the quarterbacks, fully scouted them. He was a UDFA grade player. And we're kind of hoping, man, if that guy was available and actually fell UDFA, we could go get him. 68 with a dev trait. Stats look pretty good, but unfortunately, we can't just get everyone. He was a 2nd round pick. Kind of surprising he got released. Probably has attitude issues. But let's hope we can find a couple more players like Emmett Garland to add to the roster. A couple freebies. I mean, we don't even really need a tight end, but we also have an insane amount of salary cap. So we can just give out very lavish deals to these players. So we'll look at like something like that. 5-year, 37. I mean, that's actually probably too much. That's probably, you know. We're gonna let's go with something a little like let's just like that. There we go. That's a little bit more reasonable because there is gonna come a point in time that we have to pay players that we like, so we don't have an infinite amount of money, but we're gonna make sure we don't lose anybody. Let's keep going here. We just signed Joe Alt. Be like, I think he was UDFA, right? We got Gibson. Like, we'll take anybody. Like, there's not something I view this as like a positional value standpoint. If I can get to a point where we have 2 starters at every position that has a dev trait, there we go. Derek Gibson, come on down. Ooh. Now, I'm not going to get in a piss match because we are pretty good on the offensive line. Like, he wouldn't be a starter. But we'll throw our hat. Rashad Spencer, a center. Okay. Now, I'm just throwing these offers out now. But if we get to 5, obviously we don't need to prioritize the offensive line. Oh, man, there's like... It is kind of one of those things, now that we're like, this is our series, like, shocking the amount of, like, kind of decent players that are UDFA. So, I imagine it's going to dry up pretty quickly when we get to the defensive side of the ball. We got another 2. Landon Styles. I bet you they're both UDFA. Styles is UDFA. Okay, we're not going to be able to offer all these guys. I don't want to use all 5 of our bids here. Whoa. Derby. But for the video, I'm going to record once we get, like, our list. I mean, these guys probably are still going to be available second wave. But defense is where, like, I want something. Give me something on defense. It is so hard to find non-defensive tackles. Tyrese Bowman. I actually like that. He's undersized, too. He's not nose tackle cheese. A speed rusher. Ah, shit. A 6th-round pick. Do I have a roster? No. I did this all manually. I think I took the Titans. Basically traded away every one of the Titans for picks. You want to get as many picks as you possibly can because it helps out this series, helps you build your roster from the ground floor. And I would trade players for UDFA players in-game. Like, there's enough players on teams' rosters and or practice squads, like real players year 1, that are UDFA only. Yeah, and then it's, yeah. Ooh. Mr. Santos. Boom. UDFA on Mr. Santos. What about you, Mr. Cabrera? Ooh. Okay, we need to, I'm going to have to prioritize both these guys. We got to get rid of one of these linemen. Like, I don't need guards. We don't, like, I'm good on the offensive line. So we're going to get rid of Carr's contract for now. We'll come back to that other linebacker just in case. Nothing there. Corner. Oh, it's just, there might be one, but there's so many free agent corners. We're not getting anything younger there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Ooh. I mean, we have our kicker's unreal. Not worried about it. Okay, let's get this Santos guy. Let's go, though. Cabrera was another name. I think so as well. What's up, Shaking Dreads? Go Birds! Big game on Sunday. All right, fellas, there's actually still a couple. You can only go 5 active negotiations at once. There's a couple linemen we might want to try back, but every one of these players is a UDFA. Going through chat, Garland, Spencer at center, and Cabrera at linebacker were three of the names that we kind of had shortlisted last year that we missed out on. Obviously, Cabrera and Santos here at linebacker. Linebacker's a little bit more of a premium. Guards, our offensive line is pretty good, but as I was saying in chat, I think a goal of mine with this thing is like, can we have two players at every position, like our full depth, all depth traits? I think we can. But this is going to be our initial wave here. And if we can get a couple signings, I think there's two more linemen we can go out and try to get. Ooh, Spencer, Santos, Garland, Cabrera. We missed out on one of the linemen. Are you kidding me? Gibson? What an asshole. That's fine, because we can go back. We can get the other guy. Oh, O'Brien, right? Was that it? Who's a lineman? Derby and Styles. Ooh, these guys' cap hits are getting a little pricey. O'Brien, right guard. We got him. All right. Well, we got our second win here. A couple more tackles and guards again. At this point, I want literally every player on my offensive line, every depth guy to have a depth trait when all is said and done. So we got two tackles with depth traits, both with great athletic profiles. 6'7", 330 plus pounds. We got Chad Carr here at guard. Santos, Garland. Garland's going to be probably the best get. I mean, we like Nash at tight end, but now having a legitimate secondary option, like that guy can... This guy looks actually incredible. Emmett Garland. 6'6", so like elite profile size for a tight end. 86 speed, 85 acceleration, 84 catching, get his morale up a little bit. His route running's not too bad. 81 catching traffic, 80 spec. Not much of a blocker, but that's a hell of a talent. So free agency is now done. Let's go to the draft. Sick. Shane. First stream I've been able to join watching 8+ years. Happy to be here in person. What is going on, my man? We are here. Happy to have you. Happy to have absolutely everybody tuning in here today. Let's get right back. Oh, everyone is, if you have multiple screens, I'm glad that you're choosing this if you only have one. We also have the Oregon-Indiana game up live. And now that free agency's done, and we're going to get to... It's a lull part of the video, but it's also the most important part of the video. We got to go through the short list. We have got to go digging for players. We got to find our best of best. Also, I didn't even refresh my own brain here for how many picks do we have? Like we usually like to have a decent amount of picks. Ooh, Mendoza with a big scramble. Like I feel like this year we actually have just like a normal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I kind of want more than 7 picks, but we're also at a point as a team that probably don't need to keep hoarding 15 picks per year. I have no favorites. If I was a professional and I was prepared, I would have probably spent this afternoon, instead of bitching and moaning about a franchise bug, and gone through and tried to find a couple studs. Unfortunately, not that prepared, so we're going to have to do it ourselves. We need to look through some UDFA guys here and see if we can find anything good. And we're going to start from tackle, and we're going to go all the way. The rule was 15. I think the point's going to be, let's find our guys. Let's get our short list, and then from that, determine how many picks we need. So let's start here with tackle. We have McGowan. Nope. Herrera. Nope. Actually, letter grades look pretty solid on Herrera. We can't just dismiss players that might not have the most discipline. He's a pretty good athlete. Bench press sucks ass. That's not helping out. We got Mr. Taylor. Ugh. Hitchens. Ugh. Kind of feeling pretty good. This is the start of tackles, and we got a couple tackles in free agency there. You'd love one that says show good discipline. What's the cap space going to look? I have no idea what the cap space looks like. I hope it looks a lot better than our Raiders franchise, where I just lost everybody every single year. Trade back if you need more picks. We absolutely could do that. That's probably going to be my plan. But I also think we're going to get to a spot where we actually have, like, depth guys. Like, if we keep, like, let's kind of suck there that literally there was not one decent-looking tackle. Well, let's kind of, like, let's min-max our depth chart here a little bit. Like, we have way too many fucking wide receivers. A lot of cuts need to be had. But we're going to probably get to a point, man, where we're going to be so deep at some of these positions, like, it could make sense instead of having, like, 3 dev trait tackles, trade one of them, and we can get some more picks that way. So we got our centers. We got our guards. We got right tackle, Staley, Henderson, Derby, and Styles. So let's flip one of these guys here to left tackle. What about quarterback Barker? What is that? Is that a guy? Is that someone in the draft? All right, we got, like, we just got, 5. It's 5 tackles a little heavy. But then again, we can always throw guys on the P squad. We got our D tackles here. One thing I will say that's been very surprising is we have yet to find, like, a cheesy nose tackle UDFA. Like, and I feel like every rebuild I do, there's like 2 to 3 every year. I've yet to find one. Like, Goldberg last year was one that we got, and he was like a 67 normal. We got way too many linebackers. Can move one of these guys. Let's move like... let's use Asante inside here, a little bit faster. And we need it. Linebacker was an annoying position. We'd have injuries at linebacker, and then I had to be like, it wouldn't let me play the game because we didn't have enough depth there. So that's not going to be an issue now. I mean, we're going to, like, have... At some point, we're going to, like, break the limit of the amount of players that we can have. Shout out Steve and Austin. Okay, let's get back to scouting players here real quick. So we went through right tackle. There was nothing. What about at left tackle? Fredrickson. Great start, Mr. Fredrickson. Very nice. You, sir, are getting a star. Mr. Ford. What you need here for linemen, fellas, is you need guys that have discipline, so they're not going to jump off sides. Offside penalties are an absolute killer. So we have got to want to make sure here that the players that we target have good discipline and don't get flagged. Nothing is worse than having guys that give up penalties on the offensive line to stall drives. Am I right or am I right? Ooh. Now you may see Mr. Deontay Redmond and see F pass block. But I see a man that is 6'8", 350, that is disciplined. That may be our first pick. Holy shit. Out of Florida. Oh, we got good discipline here on Mr. That is an outstanding player right there. Mr. Redmond. Favors looks pretty good. Mr. Callahan also has some nice discipline. But I'm telling you, fellas, if you want a strategy here, oh my God, I got a whole bunch of them. Okay, we probably don't need any more, do we? Is it still worth looking? Bottom. 9 tackles available, but I'm telling you, that Redmond, that might be our number 1 pick. Ooh, Walden's also an option. So, yeah. That right now, there is the clubhouse leader. Now, when it comes to guard, Now we're in the discussion of like, I don't think we don't really need to look at guard. We don't really need to look at center too much. Unless like, we don't need to keep hoarding. Like if we're going to stay at 7 picks. Now I will say the fact that we got a couple centers here that have A pass blocking, I'm going to look at a good player. But I don't need to like, sift through. There we go, Mr. Russell. There's a guy right there. That looks pretty decent. Put a little heart next to him. Right guard. Anyone? Stand out. Got Maderno. Taylor. I mean, I don't know. Again, like it's not going to be worth, You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like this will shave some time. I don't need guards. Even if there's a good superstar guard or something like that might slip through the cracks. I think we'll find out. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time. Same with like tight end. When we're looking at the tight ends here. I mean, we got a couple B catching, A catching on Hillhouse. Lacks discipline. B catching on Dakota Wilson. Staley as B. No, thank you. Yeah, we're probably good. We're good at tight end. Fullback. Don't need a fullback. Wide receiver. Let's do this. So, check the blocking tight ends. Okay, that makes sense. Just to double check here. What do we got? We got Mr. Darrell Levine. No. Got Wolf. No. Ooh, we got Indiana in the red zone here. Great defense. Sparza, no. Paradise Lost. The documentary? Are we talking about one of the best documentaries of all time? Dante Moore tanking to the Void Jets. Would you blame him? All right, let's look at our wideouts here. We're going to just do offense first, and then I'm going to record kind of like our short list. But this is the guy that I've been very interested in. Nathan Bond out of Georgia. First, second round talent. You just got to trust. You got to trust the player. May have a couple penalties here and again. Might not be the most disciplined playmaker, but you get a first, second rounder. I mean, that's how we got Big Mitch in our Raiders franchise. I mean, even this, Dalvin Hill. Good discipline. Third, fourth round talent. Like, we don't need wide receivers. But, can't look that gift horse in the mouth. I don't think we have anyone scouted out that looks pretty good. We got Barlow Speedster. Meh. We got Hicks, Mark Hicks. Ooh. Shows good discipline. Okay. I mean, what would be cool if I could just like tab up and touchdown Hoosiers. Is that Black, the running back? Nice. I mean, let's just see if anyone has any traits that are standing out. Hyde has B catching. What's he looking like? Mr. Ramondre Hyde. Lacks discipline. Let's look at some combines. Oops. Max Smith. He actually looks decent. B deep at running pretty fast. Look at the 6'3" wide receiver stats. This guy, Ben Molden, 4.56. Yeah, nothing special. A wide receiver at tight end. Do you think there's one? Okay. I mean, we got a couple wideouts there that we like. Running backs. I put running back right up there with some of the toughest positions to like find like a truly good, truly high-end UDFA. That was not the case a couple years ago. A couple years ago, I mean, we're good at running back, right? I don't really think we need to be looking too hard at running back. They don't really give you a lot of tells whether or not they're going to be studs or not. And if we don't have a crazy amount of picks, even if we get past 7, like with Crazy Train Osborne and Donovan Edwards, you know, if there's an X factor, that's going to be probably my rule of thumb for like all these, like guard. We didn't really look through all the guards, running backs, stuff like that. If there's going to be like, you know, an X factor or a superstar or something like that, it's going to be very difficult that we don't find him through like the post-draft channels where we look through and try to look at the UDFA guys. We look around some practice squad players. So I'm not too worried about it too much for positions that we're really, really stacked at. Now, here we go. Quarterback. Now, there was one quarterback that actually had unprepared. One quarterback that had a draftable grade. Kirk Doris from Utah State. So that's something. Like, that's uncommon. I see it sometimes. But a lot of times, man, like, it's like I noticed, like, outside of the round 1 guys, it's all UDFA. So, Doris here. Now, we don't get to tell if they're disciplined or not. Let me move the webcam. Webcam's definitely going to start bugging me here a little bit. Solid throw power is brutal. Very solid, but he has A short accuracy, and he's a draftable player. I feel like backup quarterback. My roster's 71 to 75. No, you can go. I'm pretty sure you can go pretty high. Pretty high on the total amount of players on your roster, I think. Could be wrong. So the fact that guy actually has a decent grade, like that's kind of like, you know, he might be. I'm not going to prioritize drafting him, but I'm not too sure unless you guys have some insider tips. Finding a crazy quarterback, I don't really know too much. Elite throw power on Jermaine Bynes, but his accuracy is complete meh. He's probably like Garvin 2.0, but worth knowing. We have Matthew Byrne. Like, there must be something in the quarterbacks are, like maybe throwing motion. Like, if I had to guess, if there was like something the player knows that would, because, you know, we're not gonna. I don't want to kill the immersion too much, even though we talk about it ad nauseum. But disciplined players, but they're like no one really knows what it is for quarterbacks. I would guess it's something with, smart against pressure or throwing motion or something like that. There's got to be like something on these quarterbacks that is a tell. We have no more strong arm. If we're just looking at stats, Hoover here, B short accuracy, gets happy feet against pressure. Try finding a fast quarterback with good throw power. I mean, well, let's see what we got for fast quarterbacks. What was Hoover's speed? 4.56. Actually, not too bad. Marginal throw power, though, is incredibly sus. No, thank you. Mitch Bergen, Western Michigan. Key ratings are, does run a 4.55 at his pro day. We got Cantrell from Yale. Smart player. Triple C's. A throw under pressure. Didn't attend the combine. Ran a 4.61. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, that's probably I'd get him a heart. That guy looks interesting. Cesar Santos, also some pretty good grades. 4.91. Yeah, right. Improviser my ass. You're a fucking statue, buddy. E. Jackson. Emmett Jackson from Michigan. I mean, that's probably it, right? I mean, we'll put one on Hoover just because he's a good athlete, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can draft anybody that has marginal throw power. All right, let me. We're gonna record this. Got to break down our short list here for offensive players. All right, fellas, we're going and doing the hard, grindy work live on stream, and you guys get the benefit here on the recap video of just seeing our hard work. These are the offensive targets that we are looking for, and as you can see, I mean, we did just get 2 dev trait tackles, so tackle's not a priority. We do have some scouting for wide receivers, and this guy obviously is standing out. Nathan Bond out of Georgia, a first, second-round talent, A, catching traffic, B, catching overall. Getting some vibes that he could be like our Mitch Howard from our Vegas Raiders franchise. A lot like they're both slot wide receivers. I remember what's this guy's injury rating? Remember that was the big thing for Mitch Howard. He had like an F injury rating. So like, oh great, he has a B. But anytime you get first, second round talent for a UDFA grade player, you're gonna be pretty optimistic. The big news. Well, let's look at the quarterbacks here first. We don't love the quarterbacks in this class. We have Quincy Hoover, who has good speed, 4.56 speed. We have Trevor Cantrell, may on paper look the most interesting. Those key ratings, 3 Cs, A, throw under pressure. Didn't attend the combine, which a couple Maddens ago, that was a giveaway that this player was going to have a dev trait. So always like kind of the bad boys a little bit. Has decent juice. Don't love the fact that he has decent throw power. The big name here, though, is this guy, Kirk Doris from Utah State, a UDFA projection player who got minus 170. So something happened for him to fall. All these quarterbacks have fallen, but he's actually like a talent grade quarterback. That is the first time in this series. I've seen it before. It's kind of uncommon, but the first time in any of our drafts in this series that a UDFA quarterback's actually had like a draftable grade. When you're looking at it though, A, short accuracy, C, mid, solid throw power, not particularly athletic. It's kind of like, who knows? Like, I might draft him just out of curiosity. But there's not a quarterback in this class we feel good about, which sucks. Because, I mean, at some point, we're going to either get, an obvious, that's a stud quarterback. How's that guy UDFA? I'm going to hold on hope that we will find that quarterback at some point. But for the offense, there is one player that stands above them all as, in strong contention for our first pick. And that is this man right here, Deontay Redmond from Florida. Feel pretty good about the right-hand side of our the right-hand side of our offensive line. We got Staley's a superstar. We have the guard there, Glover, that's a superstar. Deontay Redmond looks incredibly special. Now, you may be put off by the F-pass block, but at 6'8", 354 pounds, he's pretty much Jordan Mailata of regen. He's a determined player who rarely gets flagged, so he's not jumping offside. First place bench press for the left tackles, elite strength grade. That is, right now, a very, if I'm looking here, Redmond is probably going to be our first pick. Bond is getting drafted. Dalvin Hill here from Southern Miss, a disciplined wide receiver out of Southern Miss. He's also definitely going to be on our short list. We have 7 picks as it stands right now, but we can always trade back to acquire more. And I'm thinking I'm just a little interested in kicking the tires at Kirk Doris. So not an insane haul. And obviously all these other linemen, they look, pretty well disciplined. Wink, wink. But, let's see what we got on the defensive side of the ball. Alrighty. LaMontagne at offensive tackle has double A's. Whoa, what? Where? Oh, is he a right tackle? Guys just making up names? LaMontagne? Oh, this guy. Glenn LaMontagne. Whoa. Okay. Good comps. Good comps. He's getting a hurt. Okay, don't really need guards, but good comps. We will definitely, that's a good player. We want every and any good player. We want them. We got to get them in the mainframe at bare minimum. Like there was literally guys we didn't draft last year that we found in free agency and we immediately remembered. That is one of our targets. So let's get LaMontagne also on the short list here. Now let's take a look defense. We don't need long snapper. I will tell you, my trick to drafting long snapper, just get the heaviest guy. It's honestly worked very well. We don't need kicker or punter. I don't think there's generation. There could be, but we have good. We don't need to look. What do we have here at safety? Okay. Safety is another one of those positions. We're pretty damn good. Like at strong safety, we have Christian Wall, an X factor. Now he does play a little bit of linebacker. We got the double C's here on Tremaine Griggs. Ooh, A hit power, B tackle, double C's. Slow as shit. I like the profile there. Not everyone we got chase dev trade. Every now and again we can find a couple guys, and then you just find a guy that's double B's and has very good discipline. And he runs a 4.4. So Mr. Frazier, come on down. Win, second fastest 40. West Georgia. Is that where Tyreek Hill went? Or did Tyreek Hill go, was it West Alabama? One of the two. La Montagne, such a great name. It means the mountain. Is that like, holy shit, what a catch by Elijah Surratt. That guy is a JMU guy. Followed Signetti from James Madison. That's going to be defensive pass offense. Oh, what a freaking grab. C4, can I pay for naming rights? Depends. What are you thinking? That's a Pandora's box right there. Donations for OJ Pumpkin the second. All right, what do we got a free set? Yeah, it depends what you're thinking. Depends. Only one UDFA free safety. What? That's bizarre. Corners. Here we go. We have some scouting actually done on corners. We got a day 3 here on Mr. McCree. Yeah. What did my first pick? Rudy Poo. Rudy Poo candy ass. Oh, come on. Oh, my God, dude. It is belt to ass, Indiana. Belt to ass. You have any A-tackle UDFA players? This guy. Cam Beckett. Corner's another position. Honestly, corner is a position that I would chase dev trait over like a better player. We just don't have a lot of dev trait guys in our secondary. Is this guy just looked at McCree? I mean, we'll put a favorite next to him. He looks pretty good, if we're going to be honest. Beckett. Isaiah Johnson. Thomas. Fox. Crawford. C-Man. Be catching. Let's see. Mr. Fox. Lacks discipline. No thank you. Crawford. Ooh, Crawford, very disciplined playmaker. 4.36. You, sir, have earned a star. What's his name? Crawford? Taj Crawford, come on down. What about zone? You're on a man defense, but you can always take a little look-see here at some zone players and see if we can find something that looks good. A couple C zones. I mean, for me, I feel like tackling is kind of the one that you can find some good players here. We got C-Man here on Bishop in C tackling. Lax discipline. Damn it. Rudy Patrick has C-Man. Don't know his tackling, question mark. Ooh. Another discipline. Patrick? Our Patrick. Let's go, Rudy Patrick. Slot corner. Only slot corners have interesting tidbits about them. If we looked at them, I mean, like, it's probably fair to assume. We'll look through everyone that has at least a C-man. If you have a C-man, if you have a Seaman. Okay, we'll favorite Beckett as well. Joel Dalton. If you have Seaman, we're What? Wait, what? Alfonso Lynn, lacks discipline, rhymes. All right, drummer boy, you donate. We'll name Rudy Patrick, Rudy Pootrick. Can we do Pootrick? Is there a fine line here so I don't literally have a guy named Pooh? I'd do that. I'd agree to that. All right, man. Shitty year for corners. I think I've looked at every single one. Peters, yeah, all right. Not, whatever. It is what it is. What do we got now? We got Will linebackers. We're pretty good at linebacker as well. I think let's just look for athletes here. 4'6", 4'5'9" on Nick Nash. A-zone B tackle. Lacks discipline, which kind of sucks, but kind of like that. Interesting. That's an interesting athlete. Like I'm not hearing anything about guys with like 4.7 speed. I don't even care if you're if you have 78 speed in a depth trait, don't care. So, we got a 4.64 here on Dwayne Rainey. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Rudy Patrick now. Lacks discipline. Okay, we'll do it. Hey, what was he? He was a corner, right? I'll rename him right now. Oh, no, I can't do it. We'll rename him after. We'll get him. I will get him. Remind me to get him. He'll be one of our targets. We'll look at anyone, I guess, that's below 4.7. Lacks discipline, Mr. Brandon Steele. And we got Mr. Brad Davidson from Auburn. Ooh, shows good discipline. Double B's, B tackle, B zone. Okay. You, sir, will also get take a look-see. Mike linebacker. Holy shit, the whole class is undraftable. 4.51 on Justin Alexander. 4.44 on his pro day. Jesus. That might have to be just like a guy we're aware of. 4.59 on Childress. Meningococcal pneumonia. Isn't that like a disease people get? That's just, there's so many. Let's look at like the guy who's the biggest faller here. Romero. Oh, this guy right here. Castro fell 147 spots. No wonder he's D in everything. Yeah, there's got to be a dev trade Mike here. Do we really just go through all of them? Childress. Ooh, Childress does show good discipline. There we go. There's one right there. Don't have to look too far. We got Hughes. Joe's good discipline. Beth Cookman. Sure. Those guys' letter grade, though, suck. Hedgecock. Let's look. 4.81. Buddy, go to, Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Like that guy would be too slow to be a mall cop. Terrence Vick is a pretty badass name. Nick Waters, North Carolina, shows good discipline. Sees across the board. Not a crazy athlete, but another guy that's worth looking into. I wish you could double star players. I'm going to be honest. We're going to throw out at Alexander. I'm always a sucker for athletes. Romero didn't have it. Earl Matthews lacks discipline. All right. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 linebackers. And then we got Sam. Excuse me. Sam I am here. One ran a sub 4.6, a tackle on Derek Nelson. Elite speed. All right. We're going to sout this up here so at least I can macho-ly be like, that's why I'm coughing, boys. Just thought I've had a fucking cold for 3 weeks. Ah, damn, he lacks discipline. We need more discipline. 4.6, nope. for 6 on Mr. Daquan. Lacks discipline. Good letter grades actually on him. He might be, what's the speed on that? He's actually not too shabby. Greenfield. Nope. How about you, Mr. Bates? Alan Bates. Nope. All right, D-tackle. Let's go. Can this finally be the year that we get, like, D-tackle cheese? It has been 2 drafts where we have not had one D-tackle cheese pick. Oh, there we go. Calvin Parks, 3rd, 4th rounder. A finesse move. Might have a pedally problem, but, like, there's... Oh! McLaughlin, 1st, 2nd rounder. Mac McLaughlin. Great name. Shows good discipline. A tackle, C power, B finesse, C block shed. We may have a new contender for the first pick of our draft. Yes, sir. We got Martinez here, who's a day 3 pick. Meh. Decent bench press, I guess. We have this guy, Vernon. Pretty good letter grades across the board. Bench press could be better. But man, McLaughlin going up the board. Billy Weber, what are you saying? Not much. Seth Fredericton. Seth Fredericton. Not much. I mean, this guy, too. Evans. 3rd, 4th rounder. Shows good discipline. Another one. Okay, a little light on the bench press for, like, nose tackle cheese. But there is certainly a ceiling there. So Evans is coming on the list. Clayton Green. That's a hell of an athlete. Bench press kind of sucks. Troy Farrell, A finesse move. I'm always a sucker for that. But you need to have, like, I gotta get, get a little bit more power. Be a little bit, be a little bit heavier in the ass. Play D-line for me. Oh my God, is Indiana gonna score again? I put $5. I wanted Indiana to win. I was rooting for Indiana. But I thought there was value on Oregon because it's a rematch. It's tough to beat a team twice. So I put $5. $5 measly dollars on Oregon. I'm pissed off because this isn't even fucking close. What a night to stream, because who wants to watch this shit? Kirk Cignetti is the GOAT rebuild. I got to get a picture like the Lord Jesus Christ for you believers out there, and I'm going to make that Cignetti. For my job, he is now the North Star. What a legend that man is. That wasn't a shot at religion. That's a shot at, like, my grandfather. I feel like every person in my family, I don't have a lot that were religious, but they all had, like, this weird gold frame, super old picture of, like, Jesus. I need that for Cignetti. Jesus Christ, man. Belt to ass. Mark Cuban money. Trumping Nike money. All right, we got edge rushers here. This is... We're going to look through everyone. Edge rusher is the premium. I have never got and seen a good edge rusher and quarterback are the 2 positions. I've never seen one. Ooh, right away, Goodman. Shows good discipline. Won't get flagged much. Let's go. Let's go. That's a great one. Mr. Barton. Nope, thank you. Luckily, there's not a lot, so we can definitely go through them. Trevor Rushing. Perfect name. B finesse move. Meh. Sims. Lacks this one. B power. A little bit better. Niners giving belt on son. No. We got Mr. Garrett Hunt. B finesse, B tackle. Lacks discipline. First. Ooh, that's a short list right there. Fastest edge rusher as a UDFA. Minus 80 as well. And his plus minus there. And he is in. Elijah Surratt. Good God. 35-7. All right. Adrian Barnett. Yep, lacks discipline. Get off. You're not making the stream, buddy. Cam Reed shows good discipline. Beef and SB tackle. 6'2", 255. Not a great athlete. Don't care. I honestly want to hoard as many potential dev trait guys as humanly possible, just in case we get a great roll. Well, these guys here are pretty much like D tackles. Shows good discipline. I don't really need that. Glenn Cannon out of North Carolina. Everything. That's at 38 bench press for a non-D tackle, but physical player. It doesn't say anything. What does that mean? I have no info about this man's discipline. Is that what that means? I was intrigued with the bench press numbers alone. Oh, boys. Oh, boy. And that's such an easy name to, get some wordplay off of. Let's go. Fuck yeah. There's our new number 1 pick. He's average discipline. So he's a guy that has, a little bit of discipline, but not too much discipline. All right, sick. Oh, baby. This is not an X Factor. No mention of discipline means X Factor. I don't know. I'm going to trust that you guys do this as someone that, respectfully hasn't always abused this, even though I've known about it. Had some people that may mod the game that have dropped tidbits of information over the years. I did not know that, though. I will tell you right now. I did not know that was a tell. All right, let me catch my breath here. And then we'll highlight some defense guys, and we're getting in the draft. Now the question will be, right now, that's what we can figure out. How many guys here are must-haves? How many picks do we need to acquire? We have 7 picks. I'm thinking right now, let me get a pen. We need 1 Cannon, 2 that tackle, right? Redmond. Just go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want to take a look at Bond at wide receiver. We want to take a look for sure. Doris, QB Doris. I wouldn't rule out Cantrell as well. I wouldn't hate taking a couple swings at quarterback because until we find a quarterback, we're not going to have a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I think Cantrell, that is, interesting. I'll say the least. Plus, the chance that not attending the combine might give him a little role for a dev trait. That is intriguing to me. Now, most of these players that we did star. Quite literally, you know what I'm saying? That we did star, maybe a star in the making, without spilling the tea too much. So it's more about position. So we got to get Patrick. And did Patrick at least have shows good discipline? Okay, so Patrick worked out for discipline. I would like to get 2 corners. So who's the other one that had? Was it Beck? No, Beckett was the better athlete. But if there was 2 corners that could be potential stars in the making, this guy, Crawford. I want to add depth there at our corner spot. And then we have McLaughlin at D tackle is a must-have, right? Evans was another one. So that's 8. We need to get a new one. Didn't Goodman and Reed? I'm not gonna lie. I want as many swings at 8. So that's 9. That's 10 to get. I want both those pass rushers. Pass rushers with dev traits, potentially with dev traits. We don't know, fellas. Yeah, we'll pay attention to the channel time. We don't know. But Goodman and Reed. So that puts us at 10. Again, like we're good. Now it's just like, okay, we have 10 picks. All these players will probably have something. Do we need it? Like what positions right now? Let's get one last little look here at the team because I'll go make those trades right now. I'll just flip like, I'll keep our first pick because I do like having just the first pick. But I'll flip like our second and third round picks for, you know, more second and third round picks. So quarterback, again, like that would be the question. Do we put a number at 11 here and get like another QB swing? Get the, you know, one of those ones? That's a strong maybe. We're good at running back. Don't need running backs. We're good at fullback. At wide receiver, we're going to throw Bond in. Was there a wide receiver that had maybe that would be my Did we have a disciplined wide receiver option? I wouldn't hate taking a swing of that. Did Hicks have it? Hill has it. So I'm going to put him in. I got the maybe pile is going to go down. Pick 11 in the maybe pile. Quarterback. Hill, wide receiver. I think the fact of the matter is, fellas, is, you know, when there's a good lineman, like the one that we're going to go get, like that's worth drafting. But if we're just getting like regular guys, we got Stardev. We're already too deep. Stardev normal, I think. Obviously, we got the meme Willie Lampkin. He's a meme, but even with that, Chip Day is a dev trait. Spencer is a dev trait. Right guard, superstar. Right tackle, superstar. And then a couple dev traits. So, like, we are so good on the offensive line that, yeah, I don't think it's going to be worth accumulating a lot more picks for that. Pass rush for sure. If we can get a dev trait, we got to go get one. D tackle for sure. We're going to swing at the two D tackles look pretty good. We did find some linebackers, but like our linebacker, we were pretty good. Stardev there at Sam. Not necessarily, like again, if we can get these guys UDFA, right? We have the names wrote down, but I don't think they're really worth chasing, trading more picks. Corner's a big one. So we got two corners that we like, so that would be nice. We're good at safety. Very good at strong safety. We're good at special teams. So I'm thinking we need to try to get. We'll go 5. Let's go 5 fucking picks. 5 more picks. Trade away your real life players. Did you just suggest trade away Donovan Edwards? Is that what you just said, sir? Good, sir? Madhouse in chat saying, let's get rid of all the real players, huh? All the real ones. Every one of them. LaMontagne was disciplined, I think. I'll double check. But I mean, outside of that, we only would have, if that was something we ever wanted to do. Isaiah Bond does play, even though I benched him a couple times last year. Xavier Restrepo can play. Obviously, Willie Lampkin for the means, but you know we could always upgrade over the beams. Defensively, BJ Green, superstar, and I do like our linebacker. These guys are pretty fun to use her every now and again. Salads. I'm gonna power through my salad here. I'm gonna go look at LaMontagne's dev trait. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna kind of record the section where I talk about our defensive targets and cannon. We dropped the cannon. But let's see, LaMontagne discipline. He does show good discipline, so we'll put him on the list. 13, LaMontagne. Lampkin can go right guard. Man, I gotta go check with my buddy's group chat. Everybody in the group chat, obviously it's my job, so I don't gloat. But everyone was on Oregon. I said, woo. I will say, has any of you guys been watching the game a little more? Like, how has Mendoza looked? Does he actually look like legit? Or is it just such an ass kicking? He's like playing point guard and they're just kind of going on. Oh, man. Well, I mean, it's weird. Like 100 yards passing, but 3 touchdowns. He's been lethal. God damn, man. D'Angelo Pond's the guy that had the first pick. Big fan. I wish Philly needed a nickel. Hit that like button. Yeah, hit the like button, boys. Like it up. We're about, I think, here, boys, to have a draft. Not to toot our own horn a little bit. You go, you go the next 5 active franchise mode series on YouTube. We're about to go with a handicap of UDFA only and put a draft that other guys can only dream of having. That is about what we're about to do. Because we're built different. Built different over here. Mendoza is so good. I mean, I'm in. I was in on Mendoza. I had an early tweet when he was at Cal that Mendoza is going to be good. I'm going to dig that up at some point to look a little bit smarter during draft season. We don't really want the secret to get out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hold the secret because, I mean, if you're on Reddit, if you're on the Discords and stuff. But I will say, here's an incredibly niche reference. But they're back in the 90s when wrestling was like the most popular thing. Here's a story time as I finish this so we can get back into the video. When wrestling was like at its highest, like the Attitude Era, there was like a fucking like Ripley's Believe It or Not show that was like exposing magicians. And they did an episode on wrestling that like was kind of the first time on TV that there's literally like a breakdown of how they do all the fake stuff in wrestling. And like at that time, it became like national news. That like, how are these people making content that's spoiling this for everybody else? I kind of feel like if I did like a how to dominate your Madden drafts and put that out there in the ethos, that'd kind of be like that, you know? Hold some things close to the niche die-hard franchise community and let people that are more casual just enjoy the ride. That's where I'm at. Air Swoosh, we're trying to keep franchise mode kayfabe alive. I'm going to try my best not to make mention once of how disciplined our draft class is, just so that we can keep it alive. That is a great reference. Keep kayfabe alive. Oh, yeah. Penn and Teller was the host. Yep. Good. I'm glad at least a couple people... There we go. That's better. I'm glad a couple people got that reference. Woo! Okay, we're good. We're cooking. We're fine. Oh my god. I won't draft the wide receiver one, because UGA smacks up on 4. Hey, just wait. Gators are coming back, buddy. We're actually kind of killing the transfer portal, to be honest with you. Losing DJ Lagway, I'm on the side of I would rather him try another regime in Florida. But it looks like he's going back to Baylor, which is like hometown team. Can live with that, right? We're good. go separate ways. Safe breakup, clean breakup. Best of luck. Hopefully we get, right now I'm not going to lie, don't love the Gators quarterback room, but we'll be back. Brad drafted a day 3 X Factor blocking tight end. Oh, it's the best, dude. It is the absolute best. And if you're not going to catch him, even in just like year 1, because his catching's going to suck, just put him at fullback. Cheese his XP there, and then you can flip him back and get him involved. Who's the Gators quarterback next? I think it's TBD. We got a Georgia Tech's backup. We have DJ Lagway's backup, Tramel Jones. I'd love to make a play, though. There's still some quarterbacks out there. Who do we got? Real quick, now we're getting into this. Transfer portal. I know, is Byron Brown? Like, that's a guy I think I would really like. The quarterback from South Florida. So the top quarterbacks available, according to this. Well, the guy that we got was player 164. Aaron Philo. Don't know much about him, to be honest with you. Bo Pribula from Missouri. He's still available. Dylan Raiola, still available. Longstreet from USC. He was a former 5-star, I think. He's available. Sam Levitt. What's the word on Sam Levitt? Excuse me. He was like legit at Arizona State 2 years ago. Byron Brown went to Auburn. How did I miss that? I'm looking at the thing here. The site. Shit, dude. I don't know. Deuce Knight would then leave from Auburn. Like Deuce Knight would be sick. But fuck, man, I'll take Sam Levitt. He wants to come to the Gators. He's still out there. For the picks, we voted 15 picks was the limit last year, not what we're going to have every year. Is there going to be pinks this year? TBD. We'll see. I think I always like doing some sort of series with like the PC mods. I've yet to even fire up Madden on my PC yet this year. So if there's something that comes out cool on PC from a mod standpoint, I might make that like a pink slip series or something. That would, if I do pink slips, it's going to be old school. Original OG pink slips was a stream first series. Like I would stream it and record it after, but it was always a live stream. I think if I did pinks, that would be like a stream a couple nights a week if I could swing it at some point. All right, we are now good. Let me get this preview out of the way. We're ready for the draft. All right, so now we've combed through some defensive players. And I think there is some similarities to the offense where, we got a lot of players, but we don't necessarily, we set a limit that we can't trade and acquire more than 15 picks in a year. Right now we have our given 7. The plan talking through chat is like we got about a dozen guys that we want to consider in draft this year. So I am going to be making some trades, like just trading like my 2nd and 3rd round pick to move down and acquire a couple extra picks. From a team, like trade our 2nd for 3, 4, and 5, or just stuff like that to make sure that we can get and clear our board of our top targets. But much like the offense, point being, we don't have an infinite amount of picks. So even if like some of these players, for example, might pop with an interesting dev trait, maybe a higher ceiling than most, if they're at a position that's just a completely crowded room, like a strong safety, we got depth. Linebacker, we got depth. It's good knowing these names. We can always acquire talent. But with only so many limited picks, we kind of need to get the best of the best. We found a couple corners that I think certainly will have some high ceilings, and corners a room. I want to raise the ceiling of my corner. Right now, I'm all right with the corner room, but we don't have a lot of guys with dev traits. So I want to get some normal guys, maybe off the roster, bottom feeders, limited ceilings. And let's see if we can replace that depth with maybe some corners that have higher ceilings. So we're looking, I think Crawford was a big one. Rudy Poo Patrick from the U was another one that I think would be an interesting player to go target. Defensively, though, it is highlighted by the defensive line. We got a couple D tackles here that look outstanding, headlined by this guy right here. Mac McLaughlin, a strong argument to be our first pick of the draft. Finally, we get our nose tackle cheese. It's been 2 drafts. I haven't had one of those classic Madden UDFA 390-pound nose tackles. That's like a 76 star dev trader, 76 X Factor. They exist. I've seen them more often than not pop up in our rebuilds. We've yet to get one in this series. McLaughlin could be that, man. A disciplined player. Really excited about bringing him in. But we found the headliner. Every draft class that we try to start with, our very first pick, we kind of determined that's the headliner of the class. The headliner in this year's class, and I can tell you right now, this guy has got a lot of momentum in our chat right now. Glenn Cannon from North Carolina. With this series, UDFA only, the 2 most difficult positions, just from all my time playing Madden, to find, I don't want to say necessarily blue chip players, because they're still UDFA, but like finding game changers, finding the guys that can be the guy. You can find them at running back, wide receiver, offensive line. We've shown that already by hitting on a couple superstars. Corners sometimes grow on trees. We've got an X-Factor strong safety, linebackers, nose tackle cheese. We all know all about it. But quarterback and edge rusher are the 2 positions that it's a freaking unicorn if you find something special there. Glenn Cannon from North Carolina. These key ratings, whatever. 6'3", 185. It's kind of a weird body type for sure. But he comes in, man. This guy is an absolute animal. 38 reps on bench press, elite strength, great acceleration, and absolute power. It's kind of player. Him fall into the UDFA range. Like, we talking failed drug tests at your time there in North Carolina? Bill Belichick giving you those Mexican supplements, and you're out here just juiced to the gilt? Because this is a guy that needs to be, talk about, McLaughlin here having a first, second round talent grade. Talk about the wide receiver up here, Bond, first, second talent grade. Glenn Cannon, he needs to be top 5. I can't believe we're getting this player. He's going to be our number 1 pick. Spoiler. All right, let's acquire these picks. Actually, we'll do our private workout here. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I would say from our favorites, we can do LaMontagne for the chat, right? That'd be one. Let's do Rudy Patrick for the chat. I mean, because it doesn't really matter. We're going to chase, unfortunately, as almost predetermined as that feels, we're going to chase dev trait players. But let's get Cannon just so that we have his talent grade. I mean, there's actually a chance his talent does suck. Let's make some trades here. Oops. Oh, boys. Woo! Thank God we're at the back end of this stream. I don't know what was in that. That was a Christmas gift. Okay. Let's trade our second round pick. Hey, Chicago. I'll take this, and this. Is 3 the most you can take, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, yep. So we got a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's get 2 more picks. I think I like that 13 that I came up with on that list there. Who sucks? Let's see. Can we help the Cleveland Browns out here a little bit? Oh, what? Oh, I don't want to just like dip into future years. That's kind of Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 3 more picks. How do I make this into third? Probably, right? Third. And then Fuck, I need more than that 3 picks. I love it. I love a team that's like 4, 2 5s, and a 6. I mean, a 4, 5, and 2 6, I guess, could get the job done. Yeah. Ooh, I'll throw in somebody. Oh, they have no salary cap. God damn it. Throw in a fucking, how is it, a 5th next year. There we go. Oh, dude. I'll tell you right now, boys. Anyone that's trying to explain what I should do for these picks, the mindset is no longer there to process what you're trying to say. Okay, we need 13 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I swear to God, if that was like, I got 11 picks. How did I mess this up again? So happy we're in line there. We have our 13. It is now draft time, boys. And we, based off of the short list that I got here, damn, this is going to be a good one. Let's go see what the actual ratings are on those 3 guys. LaMontagne, 2nd, 3rd rounder. Okay. Rudy Patrick, UDFA. Damn. Oh, wow. Okay. Slightly less height, man. Would have been sick if, like, it wasn't going to show 1st, 2nd, but, like, if he would have popped with, like, a 3rd, 4 right there as a UD, ooh, that would have been sick. So that means his rating's probably, like, he's probably like a 65, 64, 65. I am going to record. I'm not recording at this second, but we are going to get going. My voice is getting ready to go. And I need to get to the top side here soon. Not streaming Arc Raiders, even though people have said, man, that game's sick. I don't know if you guys are playing Arc Raiders. Fan. Big fan. Awesome game. Now, the question is, someone said before we get into the draft, do we have too many players on my team? I think I'm going to make a couple cuts here. Like, we got to have a couple guys, and, like, I just don't give a shit. Okay, so, like, Oliver, we'll get rid of you. Like, I don't know if, like, just having too many players... I feel like I've done this before, and it wasn't an issue. But, you know, just coming in and being like, you have too many players. Like, can you go through the draft? That is... I don't want to run into a potential issue with that. Let's free up a couple spots here, guys. There's just absolutely not any chance. We'll leave wide receiver there. I mean, we can probably get rid of you, Mr. You know you have a depth trait. I feel like we have a couple. I think we have 1 or 2 normal dev guys. Garland? Nope. Was it... I swear I had one. Interesting. You can get a Mr. Garmin Randolph. Interesting size. Wish he would have been a lot better. 6'8", 260. But we got some pass rushers coming in, so we're going to be able to free up some depth there. Yeah, we got some D tackles coming in. Trade before. I mean, yeah, you know what? Now I've already done it for a couple guys. That does make sense. Does make sense. We'll do it now for a couple. Oh, we already took your picks. I'll take your picks next year. How about that? How about them apples? Oh, shit. How about those apples? Shit. I feel like we can get a 5th from someone. 5, 6, 7. What? This guy's decent. Here we go. Okay. We're kind of like those people. Those people on like Trade sites. I know what I have. I'm not making no trades. I know what I have. I'm not getting ripped off. We're at Nazir Stackhouse. All the Falcons. They actually need D-tackle help. 5? Hey, I probably could have got a 7th on that one. I like Huntington. This guy could go Marlowe Wax. Pretty sick name. First team all name. Like a team like Pittsburgh would value. Ooh. Take those right there. Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Great doing business with you. Oh, we definitely have someone here. Oh, hello, New Orleans. I'll take a 5th round pick and a 7th round pick. Oh, you... Dude, I'm going next. I'm going to go next door. Can I get a 6th and a 7th out of this? Hey, here we go. Okay, how many picks are we at next year? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 12 next year. Let's maybe make a couple more trades. I mean, 88 acceleration is pretty slow, Mr. Orr. Well, Miami. All right. Think that's good. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. We good. All right, it is now time for the first pick of our UDFA only draft here in 2028. This is a huge draft. This is a draft that is hopefully going to take this team from pretender to contender. And usually I think it's a good thing to have a struggle with who's going to be your first pick. I hope you have a whole list of like, I don't know, man, this guy's good, this guy's real good. This year, no question who we're making the face of this class. We are running this pick up to the podium. From North Carolina, the strongest man in the class, Glenn Cannon, pass rusher. And you think we're shaking. You're thinking we look at this and we go, dog shit pick. 222 in true value. Getting him at pick 18. Shadow, big brother boot with the $10 dono. Let's go. We know what we got. This guy is a machine. Absolute brick shithouse. And he's going to be first off the bus. This is a franchise-altering player right here. All right, let me just move the old webcam here so I can get a little screenshot. What this guy might look like. Oh, he looks like dog shit. Okay, never mind. We'll just, I'll just... With a different looking player. No. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. This is not for the YouTube video, but I'm recording this so you dumbass, can use this for a thumbnail. Even though this guy looks like he's 500 pounds. Let's go, boys. What a fucking pick. Oh, I can't wait. We will look. We will confirm. That's going to be stream only. All right, next pick. All right, question is now, we'll go to chat. Who's number 2? Should we get the tackle? Just like kind of headline our class with like the studs? That's what I'm thinking. How about this? Start thinking on who we get third. We're going to go tackle second. You guys let me know third. Do we go Rudy Poo? Now, it doesn't really matter. Like the round, don't pay attention to the round because we traded a bunch of picks to make sure we had a total of 13 because we have 13 targets we got to get. But for us, our second pick was also very clear. In this class, there was 2 players we considered in chat as our blue chip players. And this one here, I'm thinking this is Jordan Mailata 2.0. 6'8", 354 pounds. That might be the biggest tackle I have ever seen generated in Madden. First place bench press. What is this guy doing as a projected UDFA? Looks like the best project tackle in the class. And for us, we are proudly making Deontay Redmond. Oh, we're shaking again. Oh, no. 321 in true value, and we got him at 109. He's fine. He is fine. Look at that athletic profile and tell me that this man, boom, that guy right there, that is going to be Jordan Mailata 2.0. I guarantee it. All right, let's just keep the webcam down here, man. We need the pictures. We need the guys feeling exciting. The D tackle. Our third pick, honestly, also wasn't that difficult. I feel like we're going to have some discourse about the order after this. Potentially, I don't know, we might grab that first, second round wide receiver. But we are continuing on the defensive side of the ball. We think we finally have our first nose tackle cheese. Chad is giving him already the nickname Cheese. Mac and Cheese McLaughlin. Nose tackle cheese. A tackle, B finesse, double C's. 40 reps, throwing around weight. Our third pick of our UDFA only draft. Come on. Chat saying move this right here. Let's go right here. I like it. I like the comms. Good comms. PL Mullins loving this pick. That guy loving the pick. And there we go. You want to think we care about true value? There's a true value pick. Almost a legitimate first round talent. 37 in true value at 111. Great athlete. He's, oh my God, look at that. 359, 84 acceleration, 72 speed. That's faster than half my defense. Stud. Oh my God, Indiana, another touchdown. Sig Daddy's going to run it up. That's fucking awesome. All right, where are we going? What's the next pick here? Mac at 111, then one of the first round rated guys at 114. D tackle, wide receiver. All right, we'll go wide receiver, and then we'll get our corners going here. Up next, we have one last player that had good scouting, great scouting even for a UDFA, and that is that wide receiver Nathan Bond from Georgia, giving me vibes for those of you that watched and partook in our Vegas Raiders main channel franchise mode, giving me big Mitch Howard vibes. 5'9", 200 pounds, A, catching traffic, B, catching. Decent enough speed, honestly. The 3-cone and the 20-yard shuttle, though, are outstanding with that elite acceleration. Nathan Bond, come on down. Grab yourself a Yetis jersey. 39 in true value at pick 114. Did not get the dev trait role, but he's probably going to be one of our higher rated wide receivers on roster. The quarterback. Right. So now it is time. Yeah. We have just an interesting guy here at quarterback. All right, we're going to get 2, I think. We had that on our targets list here. But the only guy that came up with a draftable talent grade, Kirk Norris. Don't really like a whole lot about him. Short accuracy works. That's how a lot of our passes go. Like that would thrive in our scheme, our very limited passing offense. Not a great athlete, only solid in throw power. But you got to just there's what if day 3 grade? Like, could that be like a 70? Probably not a 70, but I don't know. We're gonna take a couple swings at quarterback. Let's see what we get here in Kirk Doris. See if we can add a little competition here for Caleb Von Garvin. I think it's probably still going to be lead dog, regardless of what we do this draft at quarterback. But a QB battle until we find the guy. I don't think Garvin's the guy yet. He hasn't done enough to prove that. You got to be hunting down and chasing down these quarterbacks. Like your name's Myles Garrett. 170 at 131. Hey, that ain't bad. High-level processor, excels when throwing on the move, great touch and accuracy on short throws. Oh! Let's go! I mean, okay, almost immediately see the 87 throw power, brings the hype down a little bit. But the second half of all of the gameplay and videos we made of the regular season that just was us about just trying to do everything possible to throw a goddamn dev trait on our quarterback. Now, we're going to get into the debate. Do we go with a quarterback that has 95 throw power, an absolute howitzer, and no dev trait? Or do we go with a quarterback that, 87, man, that's almost noodle arm territory, but he has the ceiling of a dev trait. It's going to be interesting to see. And you know what? You know the best thing about Madden that's also kind of terrible when you think about it, but in reality, the best thing about Madden is that there's always going to be players, every single draft, that get created in this game that are going to play better than their ratings. Ratings oftentimes don't matter, and a lot of times you're bitching and moaning when you're on the high end of that and have great players that play like dog shit, and then they never play to their ratings. You know what I'm saying? The inverse of that is that there's players that have not great ratings, that every time we play with them in Madden franchise mode, they're cheesy. They're like, this guy is so much better than what his stats are. And maybe that's what we got to keep doing at quarterback. Just find the guy that feels the best. Pause. And maybe that's Kirk Doris. Jalen Hurts arm strength. Ban that guy. Ban him. Whoever commented that, ban them. Please ban them. Go other D tackle right now. LaMontagne, Evans, and Pugh. Okay. The next player here was pretty much handpicked by chat. Didn't make my initial hearts, but they said, hey, go give this guy a second look. Glenn LaMontagne from Oregon. Second, third round grade. We used one of our final 3 focus scouts at A pass block. Disciplined player. Yeah, you'd love to see maybe a little bit more bench press at the combine, but 34 at the pro day is plenty good. Good mover. 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle. This is a chat pick, and does chat hit out the park like they usually do? Pretty damn close. 68 in true value at 141. Dev trait lineman. We'll hoard as many of those as we possibly get. All right, we'll go get Rudy Poo next. Up next is going to be one of 2 corners we draft this year. I want to try to raise the ceiling of our corner room, but the chat has named this man Rudy Poo, Rudy Patrick from Miami. Maybe undergoing an official name change come draft time. But he's a disciplined corner, which is kind of what we're looking for. We're looking for smart guys. Don't want to be drawing a lot of PIs. But honestly, breaking it down. First in 3-cone, second in 20-yard shuttle for a UDFA guy. Third in bench. This guy has some unique traits. Rudy Poo from the U. Rhymes. Put it on a shirt. 216 in true value at 143. But great, high ceiling, good enough athlete. That's a nice pick, man. That guy might see the field sooner rather than later. Who are we doing next? Let me know. The other corner. Hicks at wide receiver. So this is, excuse me. That was a dev trait. Oh, sorry. That was a disciplined wide receiver. Right there. Still want to take a swing at a quarterback, but that'll probably be like our next pick. Maybe grab the other corner with a Crawford here next, I'm thinking. Evans. We'll D tackle. And then we got to get these pass rushers. Switch to left tackle and right guard position. They'll fit better. Yeah, but Jay Haynes, appreciate the comms, but the left tackle, we're going to want that guy to be our left tackle. We're going to want to make, even that's a square peg in a round hole. Comms on that guy are very good at a training camp. People say this guy's a freak of nature, and we're going to want to keep him at tackle. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, we'll go Evans next. Now we're going to get to a lesser extent, the nose tackle cheese. Not as much Josh Evans, but the key ratings are solid. Disciplined guy. Decent athlete. Does feel weird when you're doing the D tackle cheese and they have 32 reps. That's not very D tackle-y. But Josh Evans, we need to raise the floor of our D tackle room. Like I would have thought when I came up with this series, we would have struggles where we have had struggles at quarterback and pass rush and all that stuff. I thought we'd literally have 5 X factor D tackles and like 2,000 pounds worth of man on our defensive line. Like I was actually kind of hoping if we came to a point like our edge rushers were so bad, I would just go an entire front 4 of 350-pound nose tackles. We haven't had that luck. We have not been able to find those guys. I think Mac and Cheese this year is going to be good, and Josh Evans, 110 in true value, also pops with a high ceiling, a dev trait, 88 strength, great get off the ball there with 84 acceleration, another outstanding pick. We haven't, the one normal dev that we've drafted this year was still, he was a first, second round talent. We are dominating, maybe our best draft to date. What do you look for in corners? What I look for in corners, if you're trying to find cheaper ones, a tackle. Like, I would literally just go sort by tackle. I'd go from the A's, B's, sometimes C's, but usually I'd stop. A, B tackle, and then, do they have, C-man? At least a C+ in man or zone. If that's the case, I'd take a peek. I'd make sure they're disciplined. Wouldn't be the be-all, end-all if I'm chasing just general corner play. But if I could get, a tackle disciplined corner, though, that's the role for me. That's the tell for me. It's a tell for a lot of people. All right, I'm thinking we get Crawford now here. We've had a couple corners this year that big fans of, and I think we're going to get the other one right now, and that is Mr. Taj Crawford from Cal. B catching, C, played with probably Fernando Mendoza, who is belt-to-assing Oregon right now on the other monitor. But this is another player, that's a great athletic profile. Second 40-yard dash time. The number 1 3-cone drill from the combine, a top 5 in the 20-yard shuttle. His verts, that's actually kind of a low vert to be 4th, but I'll take it. Come on. Boom. 125 in true value, dev trait, high ceiling, baller. Thinking wide receiver? Cantrell. Cantrell is on my list. My list here, let's just see where we're at. We got Cannon done. Redmond done. Bond done. Doris, Patrick, Crawford, McLaughlin, Evans. So I have, I know what we're doing. We got to get those pass rushers. I could see one of these motherfucking other teams starting to nip at some of our UDFA guys. All right, with our next couple picks, got a pretty methodical approach. I'm just getting guys that I think will get drafted now, that could get sniped. I like to think I have insider information and every one of these guys is going to be available to us, but that's not the case. So we have 2 players here, disciplined pass rushers, and I think when you have a chance to get maybe a pass rusher with a ceiling, you got to get as many of those guys as possible. Hoard them, just in case one of them becomes the next great, whoever. Max Crosby. You know, I mean, he wasn't UDFA, but out of nowhere and into a franchise name. 184 for Peter Goodman, but we get a dev trait roll. Happy to have you. I think we get the other one. What was it? Reed. I have Reed as the next name up here. Back on the clock, same thing. There was another pass rusher I think we would love to bring into training camp and see if he could carve out a role, and that is Cam Reed out of Kentucky. B finesse move, C power, B tackle, a speed rusher, top 5. I mean, not an elite athlete, but I mean, in terms of this draft, it doesn't have a lot of elite athletes. He's pretty much top 5 in every category. His RAS score would be off the charts. So we're going to go out and bring in Cam Reed as part of this rotation, and he is 148 in true value. All these guys like right in that little area code. And let's go, another high ceiling player for the Utah Yetis. Okay, how many picks do we got left? 3? All right, up now at pick 180. We got to grab a wide receiver here that we have scouted that we feel pretty good about. Dalvin Hill from Southern Miss. Southern Miss, you know who's from Southern Miss? You want to pull? You want to not only Eagles pull, but a channel pull? Quez Watkins, Southern Miss. We might have Quez Watkins. No, Quez ran like a 4.3. But we might have the next best Quez Watkins out of Southern Miss, wide receiver, make the jump to the NFL. 112 in true value for Dalvin Hill. Another one. Okay, one pick left. Last pick. Quarterback? Do we grab that other QB? Yeah, and tackles. I think all these tackles, for the most part, were we got all the guts, right? So like most of these guys, we kind of know what they're gonna look like. Don't need depth there. Don't need additional depth there. I mean, Hicks does have a ceiling. Fell 118 spots. That's another one that could be intriguing. But we have enough bodies at strong safety. We got some linebackers here, I guess. I'm thinking, like, was this guy disciplined? No, he lacked discipline. Damn, man, you can't lack discipline. We got who? The other quarterback went. Someone drafted the other one I wanted. Oh, what was his name? Oh, shit. What was that? I got to go look at him. What was the other quarterback? He actually got picked. Now I'm fucking the one that skipped the combine. Like this guy that went to the combine, right? Oh, no. Cantrell. We have got to go look. Recap. I'm putting a note of that. Who the hell drafted Cantrell? Hey, he's probably, there might have been another depth trait. Oh. This guy was good, right? Childress shows discipline. It's a great athlete. And he's got good agility, right? Ooh. I think we might have to go this guy. Right? Could use another Mike. This guy also was super fast, but undisciplined. McCree or Beckett. Beckett 6'3". Decent speed. I mean, that 3-cone 20-yard shuttle is pretty badass. I think we go with that linebacker. And then we get to UDFA time. All right, final pick in the 7th round. Now we're kind of shitting bricks here in chat because we had 2 quarterbacks that I thought was like, I literally in my notes for my short list, I was like, let's grab a second quarterback. One of them just got picked. One team that's not in on what we're doing for this series said we're taking that guy. So now I'm shitting bricks that there's going to be another dev trait quarterback and we got the wrong one. So kind of breaking down, remember these names. We got these names jotted down. We're going to look at these guys when we finish the draft. If they're available as potential UDFA, we just add them to the roster. Discussions though about like what was going to be our last pick. I'm kind of just looking at it from like roster depth perspective. Like we are loaded. We have got to cut guys at all these positions. The one spot like there might be a chance is at linebacker, and we have Bradley Childress, probably the most appealing linebacker. Now, hate the fact that we're even considering a linebacker that is D tackle, but this is a disciplined playmaker who ran a 4.59, which was the third fastest time. Agility is huge. You want a linebacker, especially when you're using them. Good agility. You want fast, quick, snappy. First and 3 cone, first in the 20-yard shuttle. He gives us that user potential ability. Bradley Childress, you were the final pick of the Utah Yetis. Second ever draft. Oh my God. That rate. Oh my God. That is terrible. But we got ourselves a really nice athlete with a dev trait. Welcome to special teams. Hunt was the fast edge. We'll look for he'll be our top guy. I'll write that here. Hunt will be our top guy that we look for in the UDFAs. All right, draft recap time. Holy. Would I be able to trade for IRL undrafted players? I thought about adding that. I'm going to be honest with you, when I started this series. I don't know. I feel like we're too far. We're beyond that. I did consider it when I first made it, but I thought just real UDFA players that exist as active UDFA players. That's kind of the direction I go. But I did think about that for sure. Oh, shit. 66. We got a ways to go. Damn. Okay, 67. 67. Right? The kids are saying 62 on Childress. That's brutal. Hill with a rating. So the only guy that didn't have a rating was our tied for highest rated player. That is insane, boys. What a goddamn draft. Feeling good. All right, so taking a look at our draft recap. Ooh, maybe a little lower on the ratings. But I'm very confident we have two of the best players in the draft right here. Very confident. I'd order their jerseys right now. Pre-order them to the millions and millions that are watching this right now. You're going to want to pre-order your Glenn Cannon and Deontay Redmond jerseys. Outside of that, this entire draft class, outside of Mr. Nathan Bond, who's also tied for our highest rated player, every single one. Cannon, Redmond, Mac and Cheese, McLaughlin, Doris, LaMontagne, Rudy Poo, Evans, Crawford, Goodman, Reed, Hill, and Childress have dev traits. 13 picks, 12 dev traits, and the one guy that didn't was a UDFA first, second round talent guy. Absolutely crushed it. The best. Top community, best drafting, ain't gonna be beat. Let's go, baby. Uncut jams, baby. Okay, we'll make it official here. We'll look at his dev trait as well. And then we'll go to the UDFAs. And then, my voice is already going. Is that how we're spelling him? Rudy Poo, like that? Rudy Poo is coming in with a, okay, as expected, star dev trait. Dude, this guy's gonna be so sick. Oh, I can't wait. We're gonna be usering him. Let's fix that. Let's fix the face a little bit. Let's gotta make this guy look a little more, a little more menacing. Less bus drivery. All due respect to bus drivers, public servants. Like, what's the scariest looking guy? Passable guy. Oh, that guy looks scary. Like, that guy has no need to be wearing, like, the do-rag. Like, that guy went to prison. I'm thinking that's the guy. I don't know. Is there another, like, picture here that goes insane that we have to ensure? Like, we can go with this one where he's clearly just He's a cop. That guy's a snitch. Undercover. He says he's our age, but he's clearly a cop. No, we got to go with this guy. Oh, yeah, that's it. You know what? You know what else we're going to give him? I'm going to get rid of that stupid armband. We're going to give him like the J.J. Watt. Give him like the... Oh, Jesus. Is that here? And then elbows? Shouldn't it be? Where's the J.J. Watt? Everyone knows the freaking arm brace. Got to be here. Boom, look at that. That's what we need right there. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do the double. But you get the one. Or do we do the double like Stone Cold Steve Austin? You know, Stone Cold Steve Austin, come out with the double brace. Like, could that be... Is that meta, chat? Yeah, I think that's... With the double wrist, he's going with the wrist weights that the grandmothers use when they're going for walks around the mall. So he needs to get a workout in on every snap. And then he's so strong that if he doesn't have these braces, it's game over. Let's give him put a Just do we give him the... I don't know. That's kind of funny. Make Rudy Poo number 2. Okay. Got you, bro. Gonna give him the vise. Give him the smoke. No. You're right. No. You're right. We got to go no thing. Heavy face paint. That's the look. This guy wouldn't be a visor guy. This would absolutely be a guy like you'd be like, visors are for liberals. How do we do the eye black? What do you mean? Visor off. Thank you. Dude, where do you... Oh, man, they don't... Why haven't they added the Hutchinson one? Like, we got to go that one, right? So, like, what's a better helmet? What's, like, the coldest helmet should we give this guy? I know that some of you guys are literally insane with your knowledge of, like, helmets. What's the best helmet just to throw on him? Were salads consumed? Salads have definitely been consumed. I definitely agree, though. An old school face mask. Yeah. Give him like this one. Like the 1 bar. Or you could pivot and like, do they do the Justin Tuck helmet? Revo speed. And we gotta go with a badass face mask. No one has the Justin. Remember Justin Tuck had an insane one? Kind of look like that. Excuse me. Which one? Put the snowflake on him. What's that? Is that a mask? You have to have an Axiom hat helmet, like this one, and then this guy's saying the snowflake mask. Oh, that is kind of cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah, whatever. No, let's go that one. I like this one. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna put this in the video. All right, we're kind of like creating a player here with Cannon, our first pick. We got to make him feel like, you know, a guy. So we went ahead, gave him pretty good helmet. But the best thing we did, look at this guy's arms. Put up 38 at the combine. Look, so first of all, he has the wrist weights. Like when you see the old people walking around the mall, like getting a little bit of resistance training in. He's wearing that on Sundays. He is such a machine, a powerhouse. He's like, he needs to get a workout in while he's playing professional football. And then he's so strong. We got the double Stone Cold Steve Austin braces, the knee braces. Those are actually, you know, they make arm braces, right? Like J.J. Watt used to have. Those are actual knee braces because he's so strong and his arms are so big. It's like tree trunk legs. This guy's going to be generational. Just you wait and see. Awesome. What does Redmond look like? They give him anything weird? Nah, nothing. Whatever. Needs the neck roll? Oh, man, I don't know. It might be... Yeah, I guess. Let's do it. We kind of feel like, unless it's like the right situation. Neck roll's overdoing it. Oh, double check the trade. We will. Yes, we will. Jesus. Is this up here? Just give him like a real one. Which one? Kind of feeling like butterfly. That's more in line. The white goes with our white helmet a little bit better. Let's do it. Okay, the one thing we got to do before we go try and find some actual undrafted players, we got to look at the quarterback. That would have been 6th round, probably, maybe 5th. Right there, 62. We can live with that. So there's usually a couple more names than what we have this year of like guys that we really wanted and we just didn't end up getting. But the one that got away in this draft was a quarterback. We've yet to even peek on stream. Trevor Cantrell looked like the best mix of like athleticism could be a guy. Only 62. He got drafted in the 6th round by the Rams. Sean McVay likes something there. No dev. Can live with that. We got the dev trait quarterback. This guy has a noodle arm of 84. Yeah, no, we're good. We are good. All right, let's look at the dev traits of our guys. Right? You're right. I got you. We'll do it. Someone said, can I make Rudy Poo number 2? I will see. If it's not there, I don't know. I don't really want to go through the whole freaking roster right now. But if I can give it to him right now, it's his. Nope. We'll make him Rudy Poo number 4 for the time being. Placeholder. Okay, we're going to look at... We won't look at Dorsey's depth trade. I think that we need to let that be a surprise for everybody. Let's look at our top 2 here, though. We knew it. Here we go. The one player that we couldn't tell their discipline. Let's go. That's a series changer. That is a series freaking changer. We're not going to do the quarterback. It's the one. That's the one that you guys got to tune in. I got to get everyone in this stream to have a little bit like, Bond to make him 7. I do like that. Oh, my fuck. This is what I'm going through every day. Every day, like I just having to re-record things because I cough and ruin it. Oh, we're almost out of the woods here. All right, we'll make him. Yeah, like that. Bond number 7. You know what? Someone just said neck roll makes him look dung. I agree. I agree. Mr. Jay Haynes, I could not agree more. Now that I'm looking at it, neck roll makes it look like a 12-year-old built this guy. We can justify the Steve Austins. I don't like it. That looks cleaner. That looks cleaner. That looks like a guy that Bill Belichick in North Carolina sent down to Mexico, and he came back a different man. So we looked at what? Did we look at LaMontagne's depth trade? That was your guy. I'm thinking I'm going to leave Mac and Cheese and the quarterback. We're saving Mac and Cheese. This is you guys right here. Nice little star dev on LaMontagne. Oh my god, dude, that's so sick. That is so fucking sick. Let's go. I can't remember if I recorded our draft breakdown here. No, yes, I definitely did. All right, no, I definitely did. Okay. All right, let's actually go to the UDFAs, and we'll get going here. 42-15. I'm actually kind of glad I was pissed. I was so conflicted, boys. I'll be honest. I had to man up tonight for this stream. I was like, all right, on Monday. Thinking in my head, like just fucking NFL's on Saturday, right? Put 2 and 2 together. Look ahead for the college football playoff. I was like, there's no way there's nothing on Friday. Friday's going to be good. We're streaming on Friday. And then I was just like, holy shit, the national championship game's on a Thursday? Or the semifinals on a Thursday? Oh shit, there's a game on Friday. And the one I actually want to watch is on Friday. So I was about to cancel the stream. I said I'd find a way to make this work. And luckily, not a good game. Perfect game to kind of be only half-ass watching. Go Hoosiers. Go Signetti. We got over 200 people. Man, I'll tell you right now. I know most. You know what? Okay, apples and oranges because the people streaming on Twitch are doing like those drops. Those are all due respect to all those guys. Shout out Mills. But those guys have like an incentive for people to watch them. People aren't just clicking and watching them for the sake of clicking and watching them tonight. They're getting something on the side that I think might help a little bit. Every time we stream on YouTube, we're like number one. The most watched, burping right there. Yep. Every time we do this shit, number one Madden stream on YouTube. I know, yeah, again, no, it's not Twitch, not a whole lot. Number one every time. You guys are legends. Let's go look for some UDFAs because my voice is going to shit. Philip Barker. Ooh, wasn't he one of the quarterbacks we were looking at last year? Ooh, that's a good athlete. Could bring him in. 200. That's the one thing I can't see right now. I don't have like my YouTube hub up. All I see is the comments. Every time, man, fucking dominating. If you are watching, hit the like button. You know what? Let's bring this guy in. I like the look of this guy. We don't need to highlight him for chat because he probably might not make the roster. I like the athletic profile there for sure. We're not 75. Oh, now we're gonna see if we can sign anybody. We're at 75 players. Will it allow us to go over that? Is that guy's name's Dusty Bags? Dudley Bags. Dudley Bags from Dudleyville. This guy, though, Gilly Savage. Good speed. I mean, we're so stacked there. We don't need that. Oops, sorry. Oh, Hicks. He's there. Nice. All right, we actually have one of our players from our short list. Now just kind of combing through the actual UDFAs. We did have Mark Hicks from Texas Tech. Certainly circled. And hell yeah, brother. Come right in at training camp. Let's go. All right, and you can go over 75. I don't know if that's going to start like breaking the game here a little bit. All right, we have no more future starters. That's not always an absolute guarantee. Jimmy Ruiz has some good speed here. Check practice squads. We will also do that. Robert Hyde, 92, 6'1". Not bad. Mr. Barlow looking us in the face here. No dev trait. Good speed. Ooh. Okay. I mean, we have other guys that pretty much look identical to that, but that's a... If we were starting this series, I'd definitely add him. Hillhouse, 2168. That's a good rating for an undrafted player. Look by strength. No. Pretty much only going to chase dev trades here. Left tackle. Should have a ton. Who else do we have? Callahan? Ooh, we did have Callahan. Come on in. I think it was the only one I had written down here, though. Hunt? Is Hunt one? Donaldson? Ooh. Shit, I didn't record the last one. Got another one here on the offensive line. We have so many guys on the offensive line, but you can fill up our P squad if we want. Derek Donaldson. Welcome to the training camp. Center. What do we have at center? Anything? No, I mean, we're good there. Tobin, Jackson, Maderno. Right tackle. I think all the guys were were left tackle that we kind of like this year. No future starters. Defensively, oh, what was the fast guy? We'll see. We'll know his name if we see it, right? D tackle here. No future stars. Anyone with crazy bench press? 93 on Braden Rollins. Ew. Again, they'll probably not. You know, we're now a little bougie, right? We have a higher standard. Like a lot of these guys, I would easily pick these guys up. You know, our first off season. Right, Eds. Here we go. Garrett Hunt. Oh, let's go. The one that kind of got away from our draft. Like, if we had one more pick, Garrett Hunt would have been the pick. Very lucky. Wasn't picked up by other teams here. 70 rated. You know, no depth trade or anything crazy like that, but a 70 rated UDFA pass rusher. Welcome to the team. Absolutely. $3 million bucks. That's pretty expensive. But I mean, that guy's going to be pretty good depth, all things considered. Sam, nothing. Oh man, I felt like we had a couple Sam players. I don't have. I fucked up. I didn't write down half these guys' names. That sucks. Have a couple though. Nash was someone that we were considering. 66, only normal. I don't think was Barker one. No. 89 acceleration, not bad. Not bad, sir. I don't think I wrote down any linebackers. Nash was the only one. He's a normal, so we don't really need him. Ooh, Beckett was someone, though. Adding more bodies to training camp. Beckett was another player on a short list. 6'3", a great athlete. 91 agility. Speed's pretty good. Welcome to training camp. McCree, I remember. Fox, I mean, just from a rating, you're up there, but I don't think we had any. I think we got all the dev trait corners. So we're good there. Safety. I mean, that Whitley guy, we had him actually. He was on like our first draft. 72 on Eddie Dixon. Let's go, Eddie. Do we have any? How slow this guy is. He'd be the guy you just throw an X Factor on right there on Griggs. 91 speed on. I think he was the fastest safety. Got BJ Frazier, 60. Ooh, there we go. I thought we were all gone. We found one right at the last position. Strong safety, BJ Frazier from Clemson. 68 with a dev trait. Decent athlete. Really good tackler. Should be good on special teams. All right, we have 81 players, boys. This team is so stacked. Literally, I think it's making the menu slower. There's no good kicker and punter. Well, one punter here, Mano Espinoza, 71. All right. You need kickers and punters. Oh, I got to cut 6? Oh, no. 6 guys can't even make. All right, I think here's where we just kind of ghost cut the low ceiling players, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest, that's, you know, you gotta go. We literally are 6 over the limit. The clear not gonna play quarterback. Let's get him off. Skaggs has good speed. He might actually be the fastest. I think it's unseforian to cut your fastest wide receiver. But we just brought in, and he's old at 25, so we'll get rid of him. I mean, it's kind of out with the old, in with the new. We'll get rid of Justice Beck. Man, you know, we got to get rid of Darius Cooper too. All right, we oversigned. It won't even let us progress because we have to get rid of 6 players. We just have so much depth at wide receiver. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to like Darius Cooper. Like now, I'm just looking at like what do you have from a skill set standpoint? Do you have a depth trait? Are you at least super fast? I think probably Reveron can go. I do like that. Oh, but that 97 acceleration, he is kind of sick. Cormac has a dev and I feel like Restrepo. I mean, yeah, keep at least. That's a meme. He's on this team because he's notoriously like the slowest wide receiver all time. I like having that on my team. I mean, I'll be honest. This Hicks guy does. We just picked him up, but like we have so many wide receivers, and that's kind of slow for a slot guy. See ya. Okay, we're good at tight end. I mean, offensive line also makes sense. Jesus Christ, we can't have this many tackles, boys. Even if we're throwing them on the P squad. 2 guards, 3 centers. And I mean, again, much like Xavier Restrepo, Willie Lampkin, I think a permanent spot on this team. I mean, Henderson, I remember another guy, he's so fast. I think maybe we got to cut one. Let's get rid of Callahan here. He's a year older. We don't need all the dev traits. There we go. There we go. At least now when I end this stream, I can play the game if I want to. So we're at 75. Let's generate here. And then we're going to go in the depth chart and make sure like our new starters, who are very clearly new starters, are starting. Okay, Donnie, St. Osborne. We got our fullback. We got McDonald, Fullerton. I mean, should we make this? We're going to make this Bond our starter, right? Gotta. First round pick. Absolutely, that needs to be the play. Nash is obviously our tight end with Garland there. Oh my God, another touchdown, Indiana. Is that which Mendoza is in? Left tackle has to be Redmond. Kind of just shift everything down one, but he's absolutely. We're gonna go through whatever growing pains we may get there. Worth it. Lampkin, yep. We got Glover, right guard, right tackle, Staley. Love it. Edge rusher, BJ Green, absolutely. I do think we got to get like our depth trait guys in, so Reed will go there. Who's the other one? Hunt. Put Hunt there. Right edge, Chaz Chambliss is unfortunately going to be depth. Oh, sorry. No, I do have roster management OCD when it comes to that. So we're gonna allow BJ Green to kind of keep that spot. We're gonna move Cannon just for shits and giggles. Make him officially a right guard. And by right guard, I mean right edge. It's 3 hours in. Sal's been consumed. Oh, my God. Fernando Mendoza. Congratulations on securing the first overall pick in the NFL draft. Okay, left edge. Oh, fuck it. I hate the depth chart. Why? Why did you change that? You know what I'm saying? Now I got to make sure, go double check everything. Jesus. Okay. Cannon. Congratulations. You are now the starter. Left edge. Mr. Green. Go back to your position, Hunt. And we'll go with Reed. On the other side. Yeah, that looks good. D tackle, Wakefield. We're going to go mac and cheese absolutely right there. For sure. We'll put Evans ahead of Vincent because Vincent's a normal dev. Sam linebacker, Cabrera, sure. Mike linebacker, EMA, yep. Sean Dolak, yep. We could probably, who's the other one? Santos. We'll make Santos the top depth because he does have a dev trait. We could probably put, no, we're good there. I like having Jalen Walker speed every now and again. He's out there. Fells. We got to get Crawford on the field at 5'10". Do need to kind of throw these guys into the wolves. Rudy Poo, obviously. Rudy Poo, parts unknown. He's getting on there as well. 66, got a ways to go. Yep. Yep. All right, that's looking good, at least for the video here. So the draft has concluded, and here is a look at our roster. Tentative depth chart. We still obviously are going to have to go through a couple more hoops before week 1 of the regular season. But we have a new franchise left tackle in Redmond, who I am already going to be branding. He is Jordan Mailata 2.0. Everything else remains the same. Happy to get Garland in free agency. I think he's going to offer, I had a lot of games, man. The tight end 2 makes plays, and we just upgraded our tight end 2 to one of the best athletes on the team pound for pound. So I love that. Wide receivers, Trevonte McDonald, wide receiver 1. Fullerton, who, really, really stepped up in the last episode. He's going to be there as well. We're going to put Bond, our top wide receiver pick this year. We'll put him at the wide receiver 3 spot. But there's going to be a lot of competition, man. I want to see some guys make some plays. Running back room remains as expected. Quarterback is different. It's, I don't know. Quarterback battle, I think, in the preseason is going to be the only way. Give them legitimately a half each in every game. We already kind of know what we get in Garvin. Some good, some bad. But I think that's more we got to give Doris a chance because we know the ceiling is there. We'll figure that out in the preseason for sure. Defensively, this is where we got a lot of new starters, right? Cannon, the franchise player, the first-round pick. Get ready. I think of what we saw and how we got the development of Green going, oh, boy. We're going to be laughing in a month or 2 time by the time we finish this season at how far from a 66 overall Cannon finishes this season. It's going to be laughable. Defensively, we're going to go Wakefield and mac and cheese here at the nose tackle spot. We got a couple depth trait corners we're going to let maybe potentially work their way up the depth chart. Really, really happy with the state of this team, boys. And for the challenge, obviously, greatest special teams unit in the league, Stone Cold Stephen Austin, and the best kicker that's just breaking records. And a good punter, good person at punter. First team all-person punter. I'm thinking playoffs this year for sure. But the big question is going to be what happens at quarterback. And not to cliffhanger you guys, but I'm still sick. I'm at hour 3 of a stream, coughing my lungs up. This is where we're ending today. We are ending here today. And we got a good start. I want to play this series so bad. I planned Friday stream, so that kind of meant I said Monday or Sunday. Already in advance knew I wasn't going to be able to play this series all week. I'm missing it. I hope you guys are missing it too. We're going to, this is probably going to be out on Saturday. I'm thinking, man, maybe 3 episodes next week. 2-3 episodes in that area code. I am ready to kick off another season of the Utah Yeti. So shout out to everybody here in chat for tuning into the stream. Very much appreciated every time we stream here on YouTube with no giveaways, no drops. The number one Madden YouTube stream every single time, and it is all on you guys. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Thank you very much for another dominating offseason. Excited to see where this season goes. But for everybody here on YouTube, thank you guys very much for watching. If it is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Until next time, it's your boy C4. Say peace, I love you. Have a good one. All right, boys. I just, I'm losing my voice. I would do training camp, but I'm at that spot. I gotta know my limits. We are not fully back. I have to go play with Keith Moon in chat. I have to go topside for at least 2 to 3 runs. So thank you guys very much for coming and hanging out. Won't be too long before we do another stream. I'm always trying to find ways to do more streams. I am thinking, honestly, I know it's a different thing, and obviously, I did it once before, and more people want to watch me play Madden. I don't think I'm doing anything. Okay, we got to hope the Eagles win against the 49ers on Sunday. I don't think I have any plan. I have plans for championship weekend. I'm hosting the Super Bowl party this year with my buddies. I don't think I have anything going on divisional. That could be like an Eagles watch along. If I have no plans arise, that could be a pretty fun hang. So that is tentative. Obviously, every Utah Yetis offseason will be also streamed. I always just want to try to find more ways to do this. It's just fucking so hard, difficult. But every time I do it, you guys make it an absolute blast. So thank you guys very much. Jay Haynes with the late 199, couple of roster positions. I will. Cannons to number 69. We'll do that. I guarantee right now. Who's Cannon? Cannon. Oh, you know what? Because it's already his name's a tit joke, woman breast joke. I do think if we can, I think we could. I'll tell you right now. If I can't, I will do it off stream because I don't want to go through and try to figure out which player's actually 69. I like that. You know what? I agree. We'll subtract. Maybe overdoing it with the neck roll, but no, I get it. No, I'm going to do it because I guarantee I'll forget to do this if I don't do this right now. And poo number 2. Okay, we'll do that. Very anticlimactic way to end the stream, me just making 2 final fucking numbers. I'll do it. I'm going to do it off stream, but I will be done. When we come back, poo will be number 2. I'm going to write it down. Poo 2, Cannon 69. All right, thank you guys for watching. This will be uploaded, if you're just tuning in late, all the highlights will be uploaded tomorrow on the channel. Plan is, also, if I can get enough time this weekend, Green Bay Packers rebuild. Hopefully I can get that up to you guys on Sunday. And then I'm hoping next week, obviously still going with the cold and all that shit. I'm planning next week, week 2 of 2026, as like the channel's first week of a new year. Because I'll be able to, keep a good upload schedule up for you guys. So that is cool. You guys are cool. Thank you very much for watching. And, stay safe out there, boys.